Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Well, good morning, everyone. This is interesting.
Oh, gotta love technology.
Oh my goodness. It was like an old, I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, that was kind of freaky. I was like, "Ooh, that looks like me."
Yeah, it's so weird. I thought it was going to be our little intro video, and then all of a sudden it was not. So I'm not really sure where the actual intro video is. Oh, wait, I found it. All right, hang on. We have to be official. Ready? Okay. Wow. All right. Well, good
Probably
morning.
officially the
Morning.
strangest start we have had to our live. So, yes, people, this is live, and yes, things go wrong. This is not recorded because trust me, we wouldn't have put that on there if it wasn't live. Anyway,
Yes. Well, good morning. Yes, it is definitely a weird morning. I was just telling Christine that the electric company decided that it was going to send these big giant trucks to cut down trees along the power line right out front of my house. And so my granddog, Otis, was freaking out like, who is here? What are they doing? They're out there with chainsaws and a chipper and all kinds of stuff and big trucks. And he's like, no, you're not supposed to be here. So I was like, oh my, what a time to freak out right before we go live.
oh my goodness. Well, if you've watched any of our lives, my dogs sometimes freak out. And today I have the two older ones in the room with me, and the two younger ones are locked out only because that's where everybody fell asleep. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, so welcome everybody.
Welcome to the Wellness Wake Up Weekly. That's a mouthful of W's for you right here this morning. And if you didn't already know, we go live every Wednesday morning and we bring you all kinds of awesome tips that have been helpful to us and our clients and things that we think are helpful for you to know. And so today we're talking about energy, mood, and hormones. What's really going on? This is a topic that so many women are wanting to hear. It's something I wish that I had heard this information back, I don't know, at least a good 10 years ago. That would have been helpful. So, anyway, but it's never too late. So, if you're just tuning in today, say hello in the comments. Let us know that you are watching. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you have ever felt like you're doing all of the right things but still are feeling drained, or that your body is like doing wacko things and you have no idea what's going on. You're like, what's happening?
Yeah. Yes, please drop a yes and let us know if you've ever had any of that happen. And yes, we're talking about hormones and energy. And if you have a story, we would love to hear it.
Yes.
Because especially
absolutely.
hormones, there's so much to it. But okay, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's introduce ourselves. So I am Christine Lunsford. I am an Empower You coach. I started teaching recently a community class at our local college, which I am loving, and I love the one-on-one with the students. It's amazing. We nailed out SMART goals yesterday, and it was fun to do that together as a group. But anyway, I am married to my sweetheart, and we have 4 Jack Russells, 7 chickens, and 1 rooster who, I don't know, him and I are going to have a long discussion before too long, because that dude thinks he's going to be top dog, so to speak, and he ain't going to be. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. So Carrie Marie.
Well, I am Carrie Marie Vaughn, and I am an Unstickify Your Life coach, meaning that I help you to get unstuck in life. And I'm married to my high school sweetheart, and we have 3 adult children. Actually, our youngest is about to turn 20. It's so weird. We're not going to have any more young ones. We're going to have all kids in the 20s, which is crazy to me. How fast time flies. And we have 3 cats of our own. Plus we have, let's see, total of 4 grand cats and a grand dog. That was Otis that I was talking about earlier. And we live in New York where we're in the middle of the woods. That's why it was weird that there was somebody here, because we literally live out in the middle of nowhere and there's usually nobody at our house. And so that's why Otis was freaking out that there's somebody here, because we live like literally in the woods. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We love doing things outside, hiking, camping. I love horseback riding and all kinds of things outside. Love just getting out, walking. I was actually sitting outside this morning doing a little work, sitting on my deck, drinking my coffee this morning. So yeah, love it.
Poor Otis.
So sorry, just barking in the background. These people are disrupting our morning.
Hey, this is real life. So horseback riding. Sometime, Carrie Marie, we need to go on like a girls trip, and I want to go to the beach and I want to ride on horse bareback in the water. And
that is a dream of mine. I don't know about bareback. That kind of freaks me out a little bit, but definitely riding a horse alongside the ocean, like right in the water there. Oh okay, my goodness. So definitely a
full disclosure, I've been on a horse twice in my entire life, and it's still something I want to do.
Oh my goodness.
Twice.
Oh my goodness. Amazing.
Yes. And both times the horse thought it was going to take advantage of me, but I've raised enough dogs that I just treated it like a big dog and told it no. Anyway, let's not completely get off topic. Maybe we should do one of our lives just for fun and talk about where we want to go on vacation.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That would be awesome. And so if you're just tuning in, it's the Wellness Wake Up Weekly with Christine and I, and we would love to know, we want you to drop a yes if your energy or your mood feel completely unpredictable. Like it's going all over the place. Like, you don't even know what's happening. You have all kinds of mood swings, or your energy dips, or maybe you have a burst of energy here and there, but we want to know if this is something that you experience. So drop a yes if those are things. If your energy and mood seem to change from day to day or even throughout the day.
That would be me. I know my ebb and flow.
And I am so sick of hearing like you're just getting older or everything is normal. If you don't feel right and you feel like something's off, it means there's something off. Okay. So like, I could go on and on about how I can't stand some doctors that push things off and think that it's normal when you know in your gut, like you can tap into what you feel, and if there's something that's going crazy, you're not imagining it. You are not going crazy. You are right.
Well, and I just had a conversation yesterday with a lady who's wanting to put together a women's wellness event in our area. And I loved her response to it. She goes, just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal. And
that is like, so true.
That's it. Because it's common and a lot of women experience it doesn't mean that it's normal.
Yeah, there's signs from our body. And so it can be things like hormonal fluctuations during perimenopause and as you're like transitioning into menopause. And I know I've shared on here before, but there was this graph that I saw one time. I attended something. I couldn't find it before I hopped on here, but it was kind of interesting to see. It shows our hormones as a woman from the time that we're born until the time that we are fully into menopause. And it like just shows like when we're born, like nothing's going on there. And then it gradually, slowly increases. And then we hit puberty and it goes like this. It's going like a little haywire. And as we know, we were moody during that time, right? And then all of a sudden, so then it's up here but it still kind of gradually is flatlined. Then all of a sudden we hit perimenopause, and keep in mind, perimenopause can last for years. And that was like this with our hormones. I was like, oh my goodness. And then it kind of like flatlines out, like really dips. But it's crazy what happens to our hormones during perimenopause. It's way worse than when we were going through puberty, and it lasts for much longer. So it is something that so many women experience, mood swings and dips in energy and things like that because of what's going on with our hormones. But it could be other things too. So let's talk about the other things.
Yes. Stress can do it. Stress can send you into lack of sleep.
Stress is big.
One of my students
Mhm.
talks about how hard it is for her to get a good night's sleep. So we're going to work through that over the next few weeks. But that's
Yeah, and not even just lack of sleep, but different sleep patterns. Like if you're not sleeping consistently, if you're not going to sleep around the same time and waking up the same time in the morning, that actually can impact the quality of sleep that you get because your body is being thrown off. I've seen that with people who work like swing shift and
oh my
things
gosh,
like that.
that's so bad.
They never get good
No,
night's sleep. They feel exhausted all the time, and that's not good for you.
no, it's terrible for you. It is so bad for your hormones. It throws everything off. And
Yeah.
what you eat and drink, and I know we come back to this all the time, but people,
Well, it's
you
so
put in
important.
your body matters because everything is connected.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I do
Yep.
teach in my class is looking for the patterns, looking for the connections, looking for, okay, I eat this and I feel like this. So those it matters so much. And Carrie Marie, you and I both have a pretty good morning routine with our nutrition, thanks to our
Mhm.
products that we love. Um,
Yes. Yeah. I'm drinking mine right now. I have my morning coffee brew. I was like, what is the name of it? My brew, which is actually so it's a combination of regular coffee beans, but also mushrooms, and so it gives that like nice energy without there being that drop like regular coffee can do alone. Plus, it helps with brain function and things like that. And then I add in my special things, my gold and my fit fuel, and I add in a little cinnamon. It's a special kind of cinnamon. I cannot remember the name of it. It's like Ceylon or something like that. But anyway, it has more benefits than regular
yeah,
cinnamon.
something like that. And I did mine different
Mhm.
this morning. I had my gold. Let's see, what did I put in it? Gold balance, which is our greens. And then I have a protein powder that I have from another company that's blueberry lemonade. And then I put lemonade rush in it. Oh,
Whoa.
oh, so good. Because there you go. Today's a full day.
Yeah.
Today's my running day. So I want the extra boost to get me through the day because I'm going to be going until late this afternoon. So,
Yeah, because really, like what we're eating and drinking, and the fact that a lot of times we are not getting the nutrients that we need in our regular
mhm,
diet, even if we try to be healthy. Literally, if you have like fruits and vegetables and lean protein and all this stuff with your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you're trying to be healthy, you're not eating the junk food and stuff like that, it still could be that you're lacking in nutrients. I think it's majority of people are lacking in nutrients, and that's just because of the way that food is. It just doesn't have the nutrient pack that it may have used to way back in the day, but our soils are depleted. There's all kinds of things in the processing of foods that deplete the nutrients. There's so much. And so that's why having supplements is really pretty imperative because otherwise you're just not getting the nutrients you need. And a lot of people are deficient.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, okay, we've gone craziness here. Where are we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so hormone stress energy connection. I think that's cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. And when I was talking to the lady yesterday, we were talking about hormones and how it's such a vast, deep topic that her and I in this area are like, we don't know that we know a hormone expert that knows everything. So
Right.
we encourage.
So you and I are going to be doing research on this because we're going to bring this to you next week because we should know what's going on with our bodies. It's important that we know what's going on with our bodies. And cortisol plays a big part in how we're feeling, our mood and our energy and things like that. So tune in next week. We're going to be doing a deep dive in this because Christine and I are going to be reaching out to some experts or learning from some experts. We are going to be learning more about it. We know like the basic things, but we want to do a deep dive. So just keep that in mind. Like we're just briefly mentioning it today, but we're going to do a deep dive next week specifically about cortisol, which is the stress hormone.
Yeah.
So,
And chronic stress,
and again, we talked about how stress can affect your mood and your energy. So
all of it.
we really need to dive into that a little bit more.
Yes. And chronic
Um,
stress, we have, I mean, we've talked about that it can lead to fatigue, but honestly, chronic stress can lead to so many different things.
oh,
So
Oh,
And,
yeah. So many.
diseases and symptoms, and it's terrible for your body. Stress,
Inflammation.
oh, all of it. I mean,
Mm,
everything. It really is a killer.
yep.
It's a killer.
And it affects our sleep too, because if you're really stressed out, think about when you go lay down in bed, your brain is just running because you are stressed out about everything in your life.
Mhm.
And so it affects your sleep, it affects how you interact with other people. I mean, oh my gracious, it can do a number.
Everything, and it's just that vicious cycle. And
It is
then you get
exactly like a like you said, because then it affects like your mood, hormones, so many things. And then it just you keep getting stuck in this cycle.
no,
But again too, like, and I know that if you are a busy woman, you are doing a lot of things. You are crazy busy, you have your to-do list is very long, your schedule's very long, but sometimes that's not even the problem. The problem isn't that you're doing too much, it's that your body never gets a chance to recover. You're never
yes,
giving it a break, and you're never giving it the support that it needs. So you need to schedule time in for your body to have a break, for your mind to have a break. Because that's the thing, too. These days, with technology, with our phones so handy, like right there, we have things, we're like tuned in all the time and we're stressed all the time. So we need to give our minds and our bodies a break. Go for a little walk outside, whatever it is. Like, I think we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but you need to give it a break and you need to support your body. So we're talking about support with like nutrients. Give it a little bit of supplementation because your body sometimes needs those extra things, and can't just rely on the foods that you're eating.
yeah, one of the ladies in our group, it was funny because she said what we say all the time. You don't always notice when you start a supplement that you feel
Mhm.
better until it's not there.
Yeah.
And she ran out of her Adapt
Oh my
for
goodness.
3 days, and she's like, "I did not realize how supportive it was for my day." She's like, "I have felt" so she was holding her bottle like she had just gotten a treasure. She's not wrong. Like,
You
I
hook her you hook her up with the Adapt.
yeah. Well, it was one of the people in our group that, is part of Bravely, but it was kinda funny. And
Oh my
I
goodness.
honestly completely forgot about our drift,
Mhm.
for my
Right, well,
lady
because you can't
in
drink
my
it.
I can't drink it, so I forget about it, but one of my students that's having trouble with sleep, I completely forgot about drift.
Yeah,
Anyway, sorry.
calm and drift are really good for that because it helps our nervous system to just calm down. It turns off the chattiness in our brain. It allows our body to relax. And yeah, I love drift for sleep. If I know that I need a really good night's sleep, maybe I haven't been sleeping well, or maybe it's just been a really long day, or I have a long busy day the next day, I will drink drift before I go to bed. Not
Mhm.
only does it help me to fall asleep pretty quickly, but it helps me to get that deep, really, really restful sleep.
Right.
And so yeah, I love it. And it's delicious. It's like a hot chocolate. So why not, you know?
Exactly. I think my mom does hers, and then she has a collagen that's chocolate flavored
Okay.
from another company. She adds that in there, so she'll have collagen and drift all in the same
Yeah,
one.
I actually add a little bit of Fit Fuel, because it has magnesium and it has protein and collagen and all of the good stuff. So I like to drink a little bit of that with it, as well as the gold, because then that's helping with the inflammation and things like that. So anyway, I make up
Right.
my own
Yeah,
little concoction at night. Same with like my morning coffee. Those are kind of like my two times that I have my little concoctions, and then during the day I'll have things like Hydrate and Rush and things like that. But
yeah.
yeah.
Well, okay, and here's why we do these things.
Yes. Let's
It's because
really quick ask everyone who is watching, everyone who has tuned in, let us know in the comments, do you feel more tired if you are having these, you know, energy dips and things like that? Do you feel more tired physically, mentally, emotionally, or all of the above? I
all
feel
of the
like
above.
people are like, all the above. So anyway, let us know in the comments. Do you feel more tired physically, mentally, emotionally, or all of the above? All right, so let's talk about why. why actually let's dive into why blood sugar and protein matter, because I think that's a big thing. A lot of people don't realize how blood sugar and protein play into this, and how it ties into our mood and our energy and things like that.
Yeah, I've heard so many people say, I had a sugar crash. Well, what if it's not sugar? What if
Hmm.
it's protein? Our
Right.
brain wants sugar. Our brain craves sugar.
Hmm.
But if you are eating sugar and you're not feeling better, which was me, and somebody else pointed out to me, it's probably not sugar, it's protein. And I went, what?
Yeah. And a
And
lot of women, especially middle-aged women, need more protein in their diet. It's
yes,
important to have more protein. That's why I add the Fit Fuel to coffee. That's why I add it to my Drift, because I
mhm,
want to get in that little boost of extra. Sometimes I'll make, like if I have yogurt, let's say, I'll put a half a scoop in with my yogurt to give it that little extra protein, because why not? You know, it has a nice flavor and it doesn't really change much of anything else with it. So yeah,
and
protein
those
is
things, they're gonna mess with cravings, brain fog. If you don't balance those out,
Mhm.
it really messes with a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and really, yes, and, we talked about the importance of protein, but also balanced meals, and, I mean, blood sugar is a factor as well, so it's not we're not talking about, like, it might not be blood sugar, it might just be protein. It could be a combination of the 2 or one or the other, so just keep that in mind, that and when you have a blood sugar crash, it doesn't mean you need to eat sugar. Keep that in mind too. Because I
Exactly.
think that's a lot of what people are like, "Oh, I'm having a blood sugar crash," which you really don't know if you are unless you have a blood sugar monitor. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go and eat sugar, because sugar actually is not good for you. Sugar can do a number to you, but
Absolutely.
it means that you need to support your blood sugar levels, and there are all kinds of things that support your blood sugar levels. Actually, gold is one of them.
Yes.
Gold is one, because I think there's something to do with the combination of, it's got the apple cider vinegar, the turmeric, the black pepper, a couple other ingredients. There's something about the combination of those things that help to regulate blood sugar.
It
Um,
works synergistically. There's the big
yes.
word. And our Burn Extreme does the same thing.
Oh, yes,
They do
true. I
something
almost forgot
similar.
about that. Yeah.
I know. I forget about that one a lot too, but, um, here's the thing. You don't fight against your body. If your body is having these things, listen to it.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
is really what it comes down to, an awareness of listening to it. We don't know the answer for your body. These are just suggestions.
Right,
But
right. Because a lot of the times when you're having a dip in your energy, you think like, "Oh, I need to go grab some coffee or an energy drink or something like that." You think you need caffeine, but it's not always the case.
sometimes it's water.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
believe it or not, I don't have my water in here today. I don't know how that happened, but
I
I
always
have
have
my
to nearby.
I know, I always have water in here and I don't have it in here today. So, here's the thing, if your energy is dropping, it's possible that you're going into dehydration.
Yeah, yeah. So just pay attention. Like, that's actually one of the things that we're gonna talk about too, is just listen to your body's signals.
Mhm.
Pay attention. Your body is like screaming to you to pay attention. So when you feel off, when you feel like you're drained of energy or your mood is going crazy, that's a signal to you to pay attention, that your body needs some sort of support. It needs rest, it needs nutrients, it needs protein, whatever it is, but pay attention. You're going to start to notice. That's something that Christine is an expert on. So if you need help with this, if you don't know where to start, reach out to Christine, because she's amazing at helping you to notice the patterns, to track these things, so that when you do have these dips, or when your moods are all over the place, that you know what to do.
Mhm.
Because sometimes at first you just know there's something wrong, but you don't know how to fix it, or you don't know how to track patterns and things like that. So anyway, reach out to Christine if you need help with that, because it's really helpful knowing what's going on with your body and paying attention to it, because literally our body is trying to send us signals all the time, and it's
Absolutely,
learning how
absolutely.
to listen. We are notorious women, is what I mean by we. women are notorious for ignoring signals because we push our own needs and our own feelings and our own whatever aside because we're always taking care of everything else. Like,
Mhm.
and it's so funny because I feel like guys are very they compartmentalize things very, it's just like this is the thing that they're focused on and that's it, you know what I mean? Like they don't have a million things going, whereas us, we're like boop, 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 all of these things. And
Yes.
like so that's why when men are hurting or they don't feel good, they're big babies because that's all they can think about. That's the only thing on their brain.
That's the
They're not necessarily putting it on the back burner, so that's actually a good thing as much as we're like, oh my goodness.
exactly. And oh my goodness, yes. I I had a thought, my thought escaped. There you go. See, there's too many boxes open, too many tabs open in the thing. So listen to your body. And I'm we talk about this all the time. So if you haven't seen our past episodes, please, please, please go watch our past episodes. Sleep,
Definitely.
hydration, and breathing. I honestly, okay, and movement. Those four, I think, really have the biggest impact on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things, nutrition and managing stress and all of that, but
Mhm.
I really think those are probably the top ones.
Yeah, and we've had deep dives of those in previous episodes. So definitely tune in to watch, or go and check out our past episodes. We're both on YouTube and you can see all of our past episodes on YouTube.
Yes, and that's really honestly, I think the best place to go is YouTube,
Mhm.
because Facebook deletes everything and it's really hard to find things. So,
No. Another big one is give yourself grace. You're not
oh my
perfect. You don't have to give yourself a hard time because you can't figure out what's going on with your body or because you're having these mood swings or because you feel tired. Just give yourself grace and just know that you're not the only one going through this, but also you can get through it. And
God.
you'll be stronger because of it because you're learning. You're learning. It's a practice. Everything is a practice. You're not going to be
Absolutely.
perfect at it in the beginning. It's learning to pay attention to the signals. It's learning to prioritize your sleep. It's learning to get proper nutrition. It's learning to manage your stress. It's learning all of these things a little bit at a time. Just taking it one tiny step at a time so it's not so overwhelming and then giving yourself grace. If you mess up, maybe you go to bed too late one night, give yourself grace. It's okay. You
Absolutely.
know, because we're
I
too hard on
need
ourselves.
to
There's
wake
enough
up at
grace in this world. We don't need to give ourselves a hard time.
no. Well, and, I think from the time that we're young, we're told to push on through, push on through, push on through, just keep going, push on through.
Yeah.
And sometimes the best thing you can do is stop.
Pause, reflect,
Mhm.
breathe, and pay
Yes.
attention.
I call them God naps, but even 10 minutes of closing your eyes, and I like to cover my eyes because it blocks out that light, and I'll put on white noise. 10 minutes of that and intentional breathing, I feel like I just had an hour nap.
Wow. Yeah,
I
and
do
I don't do the
that.
naps thing, but for me, what is like re-energizing for me is just going for a little walk, even if it's 5 minutes. You can
Mhm,
spare 5 minutes from your busy day and go for a 5 minute walk, getting out in fresh air and in nature and away from screens. Like leave your phone back wherever you were, whether it be at your home, your office, whatever. Just leave your phone somewhere for 5 minutes and go for a
mhm.
walk or turn off notifications. If you have to have your phone with you to have like an alarm on or something like that, fine, bring it with you, but turn off notifications. Put yourself on silent so nobody can bother you and you can be in your own space. Or like Christine does, the little mini naps. That
Yes.
can
And a
be
lot of
really
times I
refreshing.
I call them naps, but I don't necessarily fall asleep.
Mhm.
Like, I am sitting quietly, intentionally breathing, and closing my eyes.
You're just basically resting your mind and body for 10 minutes.
Exactly. And
And
and I will tell myself, "Okay, this is a 10-minute reset."
Mhm.
So
I'm
if
so
I'm
glad you
shifting
mentioned that. I am so glad you mentioned that, Christine, because
yes.
being intentional about what you're doing and why you're doing it is so important
Mhm.
because you shouldn't have like a walk or a nap on your to-do list and to just check it off. It should be intentional. I am doing this to give my body and my mind the reset that it needs. This
Yes.
is why I'm doing this. And I'm going to go into this nap session, this walk session, this meditation, this prayer, whatever, this journaling session. I'm going into this with the intention of clearing my mind, of
Yes.
allowing my body to rest. Whatever that is, set those intentions because it makes it even more powerful.
Yes.
And I mean, you can set intentions about anything, but for today's purpose, we'll just focus on that. We don't need to go. We could probably have an entire episode about intention setting
Oh,
and the power.
100%. And
Oh
the
my
power
goodness.
behind it. Yeah.
Yes. So stay tuned. One of our future episodes will definitely be about intentions because it is very, very powerful. You would not believe how intentions can change things. But keeping in mind though, next week we are going to be talking about cortisol. Deep dive onto
Yeah.
cortisol and what it is and how it affects us. What's something else? I think that we kind of covered everything we were going to talk about today.
And okay, I'm going to reiterate, everything is connected.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we talk about, your hormones, your stress, your sleep, all of it is connected. This is one body.
Yeah.
Not
It's not only is all of those connected, but it's connected to your relationships, to your finances. You don't even realize that things that it's just so crazy how one little thing can affect something else entirely.
Yes. And if you said finances, and this is what made me think of it. If you have like stuck points with your finances, you need to take Carrie Marie's stuck point quiz, because I'm telling you, it is such an eye opener. Like some of mine, like as soon as she said it, it made sense, but I didn't realize I had that spot that was stuck.
And having awareness around something is huge. That's the reason why I came up with the stuck point quiz. Because first of all, it's free for those of you who are watching. Go to the stuckpointquiz.com. You can take the quiz. It takes like 5 minutes to go through it and answer honestly. You're the only one that is seeing this, and it's for your benefit. But what it does is it brings awareness to what is behind things, what's keeping you stuck. So maybe you've been having these mood swings for a long time. Maybe you've been having this fatigue for a long time, or maybe it's something else completely different. But those are stock points, and you don't know what it is until you are bring awareness to it. So anyway, take the quiz. It brings awareness to it. And then the next step, if you really want to dive deeper, is to take the actual stock point scan. That's what Christine was talking about of that. Then we were able to pinpoint the exact point and then release it, because how amazing is that? If we're able to find the exact thing that is keeping us stuck in different areas and releasing it. I mean, I did that personally to myself. I have to be honest. I created it with myself in mind because I was to a point where my hormones were going crazy and my weight had kept increasing and increasing. No matter how healthy I was eating, no matter what supplements I was taking, no matter how much I was moving my body, my weight was increasing. And then it was staying at this very high weight that I was not used to. My body was not used to it. My clothing definitely wasn't. I had to get new clothes. And I was like, what is happening? I was like, I have to find out what is causing this, what's keeping me at this weight that I am not happy with. And it's not just about the weight, but it's like how I was feeling. I had lack of movement. I just felt lethargic all the time. I felt yucky. I didn't feel like myself, and I definitely couldn't fit into my clothes. So I created this tool, the stuck point scan, to find out where I was stuck and what was holding me back, specifically around releasing weight. Yes. I started releasing things, and guess what? The weight started dropping off. I started losing inches and pounds like you would not believe. I have lost and kept off over 20 pounds since I did my first stuck point quiz, specifically around, or stuck point scan, I should say, specifically around the stuck points around my weight. And that's just one thing. So many things have improved.
I need that.
So many things have improved since I started releasing things that were keeping me stuck. My finances have improved. My relationships have improved. My energy has improved, like so many things. And that's just me. And I am so blessed to be able to bring that to other people. That's why when I created it for myself, of course, I was thinking about myself. But then once it was working, I was like, this is amazing. I need to do this for other people. So anyway, so thanks for bringing that up because it is so important that we could be just getting held back by these stuck points. And until we're brought awareness to what they actually are, we can't do anything about it.
Exactly. And we have said before, and I'll say it again, we are talking about cortisol next
Yeah.
week and what it is and how it affects us. So my request is if you have a question, a specific question about cortisol, please put it in the comments because Carrie Marie and I, as we're doing our deep dive, we can look for the answers for those questions.
Yeah. Yeah. We want to make sure that we are curating these episodes for you. And so if you have any topics that you want to hear about, if you have specific questions on what we're telling you we're going to be talking about the next week, because we kind of plan a week in advance so that you know what to look forward to. So if you have any questions around that or specific topics you want us to cover, let us know. Drop a comment, send us a personal message, whatever it is, because we want to make sure that we are answering those questions and deep diving on the topics that you want to hear about.
Yes,
So,
because wellness and health is such a vast thing.
yeah. And
So
it's
I think we are
taking care of ourselves.
absolutely. I think we're actually almost on time today.
Yeah. Yeah. We did pretty good today. Nice.
Yay!
All
So
right. Well, tune in. Again, let us know what your questions are. Let us know what you want to hear about specifically around cortisol for next week.
yes.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.